The Assignments tool is for collecting and grading assignments from individual students or small groups. Using the Assignments tool instead of collecting assignments via email is preferred because it documents what was submitted, when it was submitted, as well as the feedback and grade that was returned. Using the Assignments tool can provide more clarity about assignment expectations, due dates, and it prevents the possibility of lost emails and forgotten attachments. To create a new assignment, click the Add tab at the top. But first, let's look at the other tabs available to the instructor. The Main Assignments tab shows a list of all the assignments including their current status, the open date, and the due date. The In New column shows how many have been submitted and how many are still to be graded. The Scale column shows how many points an assignment is worth, or if it will simply receive a check mark, pass, fail, or no grade. Regardless of the scale, all assignments offer the opportunity for the instructor to give feedback, even if it's not graded. Only people in the instructor role, not the academic support role, can give or see grades and feedback in Sakai. This includes assignments, discussion forums, and Gradebook. The Assignments by Student tab groups the status of all the assignments each student has done so you can look at each student's activity. In this table, you can also submit on behalf of the student in the event that a student is having trouble with Sakai and sends their assignments via email. The grade report shows all the grades each student has received on each assignment. The student view shows you what the student sees on their screen. The reorder, options, and trash are rarely used, but you are welcome to explore them. If you need help with the assignment permissions, please email us at at@antioch.edu for assistance. So let's create a new assignment by clicking the Add tab. Give your assignment a descriptive, informative title. In the assignment instructions box, give clear, detailed instructions so students understand the expectations. Include the expected length of the assignment, the writing format, and the document types you will accept. If you accept Google Docs, you might want to include instructions on how to share a Google Doc. We have a tutorial video you can include if that helps. The Attachment button can be used to include rubric, template, or other related document. Simply click the box and upload the file. Set the open date to the day that you want the students will be able to see the assignment. When using the calendar icon to set any date, always set the year first, then month, and then the day. If you change the year or month and don't reselect the day, your update will not be saved. Set the due date and time the same way. Any assignment received after this date will be marked late in Sakai. The due date is based on the instructor's time zone. If the instructor is on an Eastern time and sets the due date to June 10th at 11:55 p.m., West Coast students will have to submit by 8:55 p.m. their local time. If all your students are not in your time zone, consider the latest date and time a student would need to be able to submit when choosing the due date. The Accept Until date is when the tool will no longer accept any submissions. The students cannot see this date anywhere, and we recommend you set it to 1 year past the due date to accommodate any students who have an extension or take an incomplete. For most assignments, we recommend checking the Send a Reminder box, unless they are given an in-class presentation or the submission type is set to non-electronic, which we will talk about it in a minute. Usually, we do not check the Hide Due Dates from Students box, unless there isn't a clear due date or the due date is based on their time zone. The instructor can choose whether to have Sakai automatically create an announcement telling the students when the assignment will open. The submission type is very important. It indicates what students will be able to do when they try to submit their assignment. If you want the students to submit a link or minimally formatted text into the text box, choose Inline Only. If you only want them to be able to submit attachments, choose Attachments Only. If you're allowing them to submit Google Docs or other files stored online, or submit attachments of Word, PDF, or other file types, choose Inline and Attachments. This offers students the most flexibility. Select Non-Electronic if the students don't have to submit anything in Sakai. This is good for oral presentations or things turned in a paper format, or other online activities they have to do outside of Sakai. The Single Uploaded File option restricts students to a single attached file. External Tool, LTI, is used for bringing in assignment results from a textbook publisher site or other outside tool. Most assignments are assigned to each individual members of the site, but if you have a small group submitting one assignment on behalf of the whole group, and you have created the groups in Site Info, you can use one of the group submission options. Allow resubmissions. We strongly recommend that you do not check the Allow Resubmissions checkbox. When checked, it can cause unanticipated problems. Instead, we recommend using the Allow Resubmissions options in the grade window. Under any assignment, you can click the grade link and use the Set Resubmission options for multiple students options. Select all students that you want to give the options to resubmit and set the date they must resubmit by. Or, in an individual student's grading window, you can give them a specific number of resubmissions and a date when they must submit by. Now, let's get back to editing the assignment. Submission notification email options allows the instructor to choose if or how often they will be notified when students submit. Grading. Unless you will be only giving the text feedback and no points, pass, fail, or check mark, check the Grade This Assignment checkbox. Select a grading scale. Only points can go into the gradebook. So if you're using Gradebook, choose points. If not, choose pass, fail, or check mark. Identify the number of points you want to use to grade this assignment. You can also use Sakai rubric to grade, but that will be covered in a different video. Check Send Grades to Gradebook and create a new Gradebook item. If you have created categories and weighing in the Gradebook, you'll be asked to assign a category using the drop-down box. Under Release Grade Notification options, we recommend selecting Send Notification Email to Students when the grade is released, so students will get an email when you release their grade. Then, click Post, and you will see your new assignment on the Assignments tab. If you need to edit your assignment, click the Edit link beneath the assignment name. If you edit an assignment and you get a pink arrow across the top, please read the error. It will most often direct you to make sure that you want to make this change, and you need to go to the bottom and hit the Post button again to confirm. The error language isn't always intuitive. If you have an additional assignments that have similar settings, you can use the duplicate link to copy an existing assignments and change the text and due dates. Note that the duplicate is the one labeled Draft. You can also import assignments from a different Sakai course. If you have any questions about assignments, please email at@antioch.edu. Grading assignments is covered in a separate video.